Hello, folks, and welcome to another review and thoughts on. I got done checking out a 2015 film. I was scrolling online and looking for a good movie to watch, good horror movie. This one called I Lived, which, I don't know if maybe it's social commentary on uh, businesses or what. Like the whole, I don't even know how I would word it. Um, but Anyway, the movie is about this early 20s guy named Josh, who he has no job. He's basically he works from home he's trying to be a app reviewer for tech companies and that, and his dad doesn't agree with it. He thinks he's wasting his time, wants him to go to college, I think. It seemed like the landlord later on, they mentioned like either he went to Harvard, I think, or maybe he did and he dropped out or something. But he decided to pursue this app reviewing job online thing, which I guess you can do. Um, yeah, at first I didn't mind the character of Josh. He's a typical uh, easygoing guy, I guess. He seems nice. Or he's very animated when he's on camera, so he gets real hyper and stuff like that. Just gets real animated, real lively. And the app that I believe it's either his app that he created, I think, or it's an app that he's trying out and reviewing as well. I think it's his app, I believe. But he has a site where um, it's called I Live, and he has a lot of subscribers of people using it, and they have like good uh, time doing it. Like one woman, she walked across the bridge where she fears, because pretty much this I Lived app is basically a self-help app where it helps you do your goals, like beat a goal if like you're shy and you want to you want to be more confident, and it gives you like goals on how to do that. Or like one guy, he wanted to always fly a helicopter, and now he is. And but this guy Josh, he just recently, his girlfriend left him. I guess she cheated on him. His mom's not doing good. She's in the hospital, and so when this app comes into his life, stuff starts to happen where it starts to go good for him. Where it gives, like, he picks up this one girl at a bar, and then he lands a job for a tech company. And so whenever he's using the app to do stuff, his life is going great. And then when he decides to not use it, it goes bad. Stuff goes horribly wrong for him. But yeah, that's pretty much the premise. But my likes about the movie, I didn't mind the actor who played Josh. I didn't mind the idea. I sorta don't mind, but there was another movie I saw on Netflix. It dealt with like an app thing. It was like an AI app thing where a girl, I don't even remember what the name of the movie was, but it was about this girl who, she lost her mom, and like the app became like her mom. But then whenever she would kill somebody, like the app would somehow become that person. And then by the end, it's weird because by the end it's just her and all these phones that have apps on it, and it has, apparently she had a baby and it's an app. So, and then it ends with her having a baby app, and like whatever. So that movie, I don't care. I don't even remember the name of that movie, but maybe it was called AI. But this movie, I Lived. my likes, again, the actor that played Josh, I didn't mind. The idea of an app, self of a app, but this guy Josh, he's not really a confrontational person. So when he tries to get confidence, he starts to get firm and step up to people. Like one guy cuts in front of him in line, just blatantly cuts in front of him. And then you find out that the douchebag that cut in front of him in line, he's using that app as well. For what we don't never find out, I don't think. But but then the movie, my cons with it that I don't like, the stuff I don't like is what is exactly the app. Like I know it's a it's a self-helping app thing, but at the same time, he has these weird visions or dreams of him running down a tunnel or whatever, like, or a boiler room or whatever it looked like, or an elevator, and it like flashes back and forth with him doing that, and then it cuts to his mom like in the kitchen slitting her throat, and then so I don't understand. Is it like is he having premonitions? Because then he ends up having the dream where his mom is better, or not. The dream ends up coming true where she is better, but then in the dream she stabs the dad. But then in real life, when she gets better and comes to the house, he ends up. That's not what happens, and then the movie ends with um oh, he kidnaps his landlord because, granted, she was nosy, but at the same time, because like the app, because he ends up typing in how to make my mom feel better or something, or make my mom feel better, and then the app's like kidnap someone, so then he does it. But then I'm thinking, he's posting these videos on his site of him committing all these crimes, and no police are, suspect. None of his subscribers are like, hey, what are you doing? Or doesn't call the police. Like he commits a crime where he literally kidnaps a person. First he kidnaps a person, and then he knocks out. He has these surveillance cameras that are connected to his site too. So I guess he is recording himself live fee as well. But like, then he ends up knocking his landlord out, tying her up, and then he electrocutes her. We don't get to really see the effects. Then this movie's kind of lame with the gore. There's no gore really in it. But again, he lands this pretty girl from the bar. At first, because he's trying to get in a relationship, and then it's funny that when the app like tells him do six nice things for people, I think, or do nice things for 6 people or something like that. And he opens doors for people at some building. He tries to help people when he's opening doors. What else? He also goes to a playground where I was like, oh no, this isn't going to end right. Because at first, I mean, his whole intention was fine, but the way he went about it, where he's giving these candy, he's passing out like bags of candy to like random kids at the playground, and like parents are coming up to him and either taking their kids away from him or actually confronting him and like back off. And I'm like, wow, like I don't blame the because he like just randomly, and he has like a camera filming it, so he's like. I mean, I get that's not what he was trying to do, but at the same time, it doesn't look right for other people or to other people. So, yeah, but so that was kind of funny, and uncomfortable a little bit. He tries to help this one woman with her dog across the street. She's like having an attitude with him, and then he decides to cut that out. but like this movie, I know it's a low budget film, but it tries to do a little bit too much where it has this one idea with the app, but then it introduces these dream sequences or visions that he's having of like the girlfriend that he picked up, and she ends up breaking. They weren't really together. To him, they were together, and to her, it was just a hit and quit it thing. So, but yeah, he gets mad at her, and also she comes back later on crying and how, oh, any girl would like to have a guy like you, and then she just walks away, just drives off. I'm like, you don't like try to. But then again, he has his landlord in his garage, and then his ex shows up like randomly, just to get like one box, and she's like, "Don't you miss me?" And he's like all stone cold to her. He's like, "No, get out my house." And yeah, the ending is basically, and the movie tries to do this whole, oh, is it supernatural where this app is actually a devil or demon devil contract where you sign your soul or life away to, like, I don't get it. I'm not sure if that's what it actually is or what. Because I know there's a movie called Countdown where that goes on and people hated that movie. So, but I gotta watch that one because I didn't really mind it. I didn't get to finish it, but I didn't mind it. But yeah, this movie tries to do that where, oh, is it supernatural or is it all in his head? Or at first I thought maybe it's all in his head, but then he's having dreams of stuff that will happen eventually, with the mom coming home and not killing the dad, even though in the dream she did. Or and then it has like these weird things with these men in black where, or this one guy, Daredevil, where he has sunglasses on and he carries an umbrella, and he just watches this guy, and you find out this one guy has been following Josh around, and he's been unaware of it. But then he finds him. He finds him in his garage on a surveillance, and then he disappears, and then he appears in the same room as him, and then he blacks out, and so stuff like that I didn't understand. And then he has a funny friend, I can't remember his name, but I don't know what happens to him because I can't. I'm not sure. I think that was a dream sequence, maybe, because it shows all this stuff going haywire, and the friend's outside on the porch, and he's like screaming he's like on the ground and he's screaming for Josh. So I don't understand what was going on there, but pretty much by the end, this Josh guy, he turns to the dark side where he meets like I guess the actual creator of the app, I guess, or the devil maybe. I guess this guy's supposed to be like the devil, but he's not really. But and then he's like, you chose to do this or whatever, or this is what you wanted, this is what you desired or whatever. He's trying to be like Pinhead and he can't pull it off. But I don't know, like the movie was fine, and pretty much it ends with like the Josh character blowing his brains out at the end, because I guess he ends up being rich because the guy blackmails him and like, all those videos that you posted can, I guess he'll either he works with him or I guess kills him, or maybe just uploads the video, even though he's already exposed because he already put him up on the site. So I don't understand that. I don't get what that guy's plan was going to be. Either you work for me or your life will end right now. Which, what does that mean? Like, are you going to kill him, or are you like because he mentions like the whole video how you murdered your landlord, and those videos can be, I think exposed or something, or he can be exposed. And I'm like, he's already exposed himself willingly. So yeah, it ends with him. It ends like with this cool rock song at the end where he's sitting in a club. He's all uh, emo, and then it flashes to him at looking out a window, and then it cuts to him with he pretty much blows his brains out with a shotgun at the end, and then it just ends. And then, yeah. So I don't know. Like, again, the film, it tried to do too much, I think, where it should have just picked one or the other and actually clarified what was going on, as opposed to, well, maybe this guy is the devil, but not really. And maybe it's not really supernatural, but it kind of is. But then he has premonitions or dreams that come true eventually in a certain way. So yeah, I don't know, but I would say this is a time waster. I don't think it's not a bad movie, but I don't know how you could have made it better. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share, um, notification bell at the bottom. Please hit that. Hit a like, please. It helps a lot. Um, but yeah, peace and love. Take care, and